Rode microphones are the official microphones of BeTerrific. Find out more at rodemic.com. Welcome to the Michael Artsis Show. It's a little late, but better than never. We're here in Brooklyn Bike Park. It is just open. This is the grand opening. All sorts of fun happening here. You can do stuff with your bike. You can do stuff with a skateboard, with a scooter. You can just have a lot of fun. It's a fun, safe environment underneath the Williamsburg Bridge. The Manhattan Bridge is further south. Further south than that is the Brooklyn Bridge, then Brooklyn Bridge Park, and across the river, the Statue of Liberty. Over here across the river, you can see the Empire State Building. It's a beautiful sunny day, and we are here for the opening. VeloSolutions has put in this amazing surface that is flat. It allows riders to have fun. The rain doesn't change the surface at all. When it dries, it's the same surface. Obviously, you're not going to ride in the rain, but it's much better than dirt where they've got to rebuild the track every time. It gives them a consistent track to train on, to have fun on, to play on. We've got a young man named Nathan here. He's been waiting all day for an interview. Have you not?
Yes, I have.
What do you think of this park, Nathan?
I think it's great for outdoor and people who love the outdoors and get sweaty.
Now, you're pretty young.
Yeah.
You've been, let me get you a microphone, by the way. Hold on a sec. We've got another microphone. I'll tell you what, I'll switch with you. You hold that, I'll take this. And hold it up to your mouth. This is your first interview?
Yes, I have.
You're pretty excited about it, huh?
Oh, yeah, I am.
So, you got scraped up. You said, I saw you come over and you said, look, now I'm official.
Yes, I'm official.
You're official now.
People say that when you don't fall in BMX, that means you're not actually riding.
Now, I know guys like Diz Hicks. Who do you look up to? That goes way back, 1980s.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure.
How old are you?
10.
I was surprised to see there are pros here, there are men here, and I got a 10-year-old here.
Yes.
I think there's a kid even younger, maybe 5. Is there not?
Yeah, there's some around this pump track over here.
Yeah. It's a little surprising. Now, how's the difficulty here?
Difficulty, the pump track is, I would say, about pretty easy. This track over here, it's a moderate.
Yeah, it's moderate.
Yeah.
You've been on harder.
Yes, I have.
Do you like the surface?
Yeah, the surface is nice for tarmac. The thing is, if you fall, you get the
Scratched up.
Yes, you get scratched up.
Now, you don't get as scratched up on dirt, do you?
Sometimes, but
sometimes,
not
but not
all
as
the time.
much.
Yeah.
But I like your helmet here. It's
Thank
good that
you.
you're wearing a
Yeah.
helmet. I see everybody here is wearing it. It's
Yeah.
falling apart though.
Oh, yeah.
You've hit it a couple times.
Oh yeah, you should get a new helmet about like 2 years.
Okay, so you need a new helmet.
Yeah, I do.
And what's the design here?
You hold this?
Huh? Oh, you want me to hold the mic? All right. You don't know the design? You have to take it off to look?
Oh yes.
You got multiple helmets?
No, this only one that I have.
You know what I need? I need some water. Have you gotten any water? I think everybody's got to keep hydrated. It's hot out here.
Yeah, you gotta
huh?
keep hydrating.
You see these guys going? It's amazing.
Yeah.
And they're getting height.
Yeah.
Can you get height?
Sometimes, not all.
Don't do it on account of me. Don't show off and get hurt. These are the Terrifics. They make BeTerrific special. And they're in the chat room. They're all over the place. BeTerrific.com/Slack is our chat room.
This is like a design of like BMX or like like a dirt bike right there.
Yeah, it's a mongoose helmet.
Yeah,
It's a BMX thing. All right, Nathan, thank you so much for coming on. Where do you live? Brooklyn?
No, I don't live in Brooklyn. I live 45 minutes away in Westchester.
Westchester. You came I was going to say goodbye to you. You came all the way to Westchester for this. They don't have anything like this in Westchester.
No. Just come over to Williamsburg, go FDR, like 10 miles, go somewhere, then we're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah.
All right, man.
We got DJ and we got food, yes.
Food, DJ, skateboard, Red Bull. What else could you want?
This is a multi-use track, actually.
And BeTerrific. And do you like that it's multi-use?
Yeah. Oh, crap. Oh.
You dropped your bike here.
Yeah, just leave it down.
Tell me about this. You'll pick it up, but tell me about it. What is it?
This bike is a kink bike.
A kink bike.
Kink. Yeah.
Okay.
So mostly the
You heard that, folks. He said it, not me. It's a kink bike.
This bike is mostly mission parts. Mission.
It's very nice. Well, listen. I think you're doing a good job. I see you out there. Have some fun. Don't waste all your time here with us. But thank you. You're wise beyond your years, my man.
Yes.
You're a very smart kid.
Thank you.
And you're good. You're good at this. Don't get hurt.
This is multi-use track, so you use like skateboard, BMX, scooter, multi-use. It's very smooth too. Very smooth.
I'm impressed by this. All right. Thank you so much, Nathan. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I think we're going to have Alon on. He's from VeloSolutions. He helped put the track together and design it, and he helped put this event together. He welcomed us here. It's some event. We've got drones even. We've got drones. There are people with city bikes. Hey, Alon, we were going to go to commercial. Why don't we just grab you on? Thank you, Nathan. Have fun.
Co-announcer?
Well, I interviewed Nathan. You got to hold this up to your mouth, by the way.
Right.
I interviewed Nathan. Huh? He'd like to still be on.
He's
Wow,
permanently on the show. You have a new announcer.
There you go. How about we get you another mic? You'll be a sidekick. How about that? You just make side comments. All right. How about we'll have you on again in a little bit? How's that sound?
Oh, you know what, Nathan? Actually, you could help me out. Do you see Claudio? There's another guy wearing a shirt which says VeloSolutions. Right there. Tell him he's being called over for an interview. All right? You're part of the crew.
All right, I'll tell you what. Why don't we take a quick break and we'll come back right after this with Alon Cartman, who's going to tell us all about VeloSolutions, the service that was put in here, the park, the events, everything else. We'll be back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Michael Artsis Show. I'm Michael Artsis. You're the Terrifics. You make BeTerrific special. You're watching BeTerrific. And you can reach us on social media at BeTerrific TV across all social media except for Twitch, which we're streaming on now. What you want to do for that is twitch.tv/BeTerrific. All right, everything else is connect@BeTerrific.com for email and our Slack chat. And that's easy, BeTerrific.com/Slack. Of course, you can go to BeTerrific.com/live to find us live whenever, wherever. We're 24 hours now, so we don't stop streaming for you. Keep the feedback coming. Connect@BeTerrific.com. We love you. I'm in Brooklyn Bike Park in New York City, underneath the Williamsburg Bridge. It's unbelievable here. We're doing a multi-camera live broadcast using Teradek's Live-to-Air app off an iPad, 2 regular cameras, Canon XA20s, and an iPhone as our third camera. It's pretty amazing, all wirelessly connected. I've got Alon Cartman from VeloSolutions, VeloSolutions USA, and of course Claudio from VeloSolutions. You're worldwide. I think Alon brought you here, showed you his vision about a year ago, and you guys together have made this vision become reality.
Yeah, you know, when I came here exactly on the day 1 year ago and I saw this place and I just could not believe it, that we have this opportunity, and I just told Alon, no matter what, but we will have to do this.
It's pretty amazing. You're behind the Williamsburg Bridge by about maybe 100 yards. You've got the Statue of Liberty off in the distance that way, the Empire State Building off in the distance that way, and this gorgeous park out of nowhere right behind a farm in the middle of New York City. There's subways going over us. I mean, do you understand the magnitude of this, not being from New York?
Yeah. You know, to be honest, when I was sitting here in the digger doing this, sometimes I had to turn off the engine and look at it, and I had tears in my eyes because I could not believe how lucky I am to do this. And when I went home and told it to my friends in Europe, they did not realize they could not even believe it, you know.
I've been a New Yorker my whole life. I'm transplanted New Yorker living in Jersey now. And I walked in here and was blown away. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this in New York City. It's a lot of green space and a lot of good use of space for kids. It gives back to them. It allows them to have fun. Adults too. And I love the fact that it's multi-use. You got skateboarders, you got BMXers, you got 5-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds. I mean, this little girl right here couldn't be more than 5, and she's zipping around the little thing like crazy, the pumper track. Here you got people getting airborne, skateboards, scooters, everything.
Yeah, that's exactly the idea behind those pump tracks, and Alon is now going to try to take that idea to every city in the United States. So we were really lucky to have this opportunity here, but the idea is really to bring it all over the place.
I'm surprised how much space you don't need to do this. This is very small footprint considering what you've done, and it's so beautiful and warm and nice.
Yeah, it's compact. You know, we can pretty much do anything or do something with every little empty space in a city, and that's the bonus you get with a pump track.
That's amazing. Alon, do you realize what you've done in New York? This is your city.
The magnitude.
But I mean, seriously, you've got already, this is opening day, you've got people from Westchester. It's gotten across the skate community, the BMX community.
Yeah.
You've got people you've got people from Westchester, from all over coming to be part of this, and it's beautiful.
You know, I mean, asking Claudio, who's from Europe, like about the magnitude. Everybody knows New York City. New York City is practically the capital of the world, right? He came in and he just reminded me today that it's 1 year ago today that he and I came on this property, looked out into this, and it was a pile of rubble. And 1 year later, you know, he came and built, and we made it happen.
I like the surface because it's smooth. You don't have to worry about it changing. It's a good place to train, to practice, to learn. It's even a good place to have tournaments. You don't have to worry about it changing with weather, with all sorts of other things. I guess my one question is, will it hold up in snow and cold weather that we get here, or will it crack and buckle?
Right. So, again, Claudio has had experience in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Where
Switzerland, it doesn't get colder than that.
They're up in the mountains, and he's got a bunch of these tracks up there. When I saw what he was doing and how the tracks did hold up and how many years they've been out there and enjoying them, that's when pretty much I got excited and said, we got to bring this to the United States. And lucky for us, we ended up bringing it here.
Claudio, you're taking a picture right now. I'm sorry to interrupt, but you know, do you in the winter, first of all, do you make this a snowboard track?
No, but we're actually thinking of icing it up so people can use it with ice skates, and that might actually, I think New York City is cold enough in the winter to make that idea happen.
It could happen. That would be cool. And could it handle it?
Yes, we built it all with a frost-proof base, so this is just like a normal road, and it will handle the cold easily.
And the best part is it doesn't have to get hit by a snowplow and buckled by a snowplow. Talk about what VeloSolutions does and the vision for VeloSolutions, because I'm blown away by this.
Well, you know, we came from normal pump tracks, and when we started making them in concrete and later on in asphalt, we just noticed how much more you can use it with inline skates, with skateboards, with scooters, with mountain bikes, and how you just don't have to worry about it anymore. And they've called us from Thailand. We built one in Thailand, and even there, you know, we thought maybe it doesn't make sense to build something like this in Thailand because people don't even have the money to buy a bike. But then we built it there, and every kid, no matter what trash bike, they found something to ride and they wouldn't stop. They just kept on riding, and
it's amazing. Look at this guy. He found a city bike. I mean, isn't that unbelievable?
I've been loving what these guys have been riding hard, and I got to tell you, maybe City Bike needs a new initiative where we add some dirt jumpers on the City Bike lane so they can come ride.
And a little City Bike stand right over here.
Yeah.
Aren't those City Bikes heavy? I mean, you're on a real bike
that
here.
That was a regular one.
I just tried on a City Bike and it's pretty hard, yeah. Good, man, track is awesome, so you just have to like pump, keep the flow, and you can do it pretty much on any bike, you know.
Yeah, it's
anything that has wheels, you know. Like
anything that has wheels, I love it. Yeah, and we've got a cargo case over there. See how it does with wheels. Well, I mean, your wife was here. She's impressed, and she said she didn't see the vision. Quite frankly, that's what she told me. She didn't see it when you were talking about it, but now she sees it come together. She's very impressed.
Yes. The wives always, you know, they wait and they have to see the vision in the end. Until I guess they see the money, they don't see the vision.
Now talk about the land here. This land has it's been given to the community for about a few years, right? Like 5 or 7 years.
Right. So we initially, I guess we'd have to thank Two Trees, a development company that I guess one of the first developers that I believe has given a piece of land to the community so that they can develop it and use it while they're, you know, building the surrounding neighborhood. We're going to have about 5 to 7 years of them building these high-rise buildings and a tract of land like this that would have been unused. All right, so what Two Trees did is they said, all right, we'll give you a piece of land and you guys take care of it, do with it what you will. We were one of the lucky ones that they called to do something with, and the other half is a farm.
Which is amazing as well, and I think that the kids can go from here to there and learn.
They can learn, they can grow stuff, they have events over there, it's a beautiful farm. And of course it's Williamsburg, so they're growing some kale and
Yeah.
some other vegetables. You can buy from them and have events over there. It's been working out beautifully how that green space works together with the track.
Brooklyn is very hip. Williamsburg is very hip, but I still like Peter Luger's the best.
Well, Peter Luger's is not far, so if you want to spend a day on the track and then walk over to Peter Luger's, it's exactly 5 blocks from here.
There you go. Have you been to Peter Luger's? It's like world famous at this point.
No,
It's a
what is
steak,
it?
he's a vegetarian.
Steakhouse. I am too, but I still like it.
It's a
It's
steakhouse.
the ambiance. It's a steakhouse. 1887. It's been here since.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they have veggie
Yeah, of
steaks?
course they got well, not veggie steaks, but vegetables, potatoes, and they have good steak sauce.
All right.
I'm a vegetarian too.
Gotta go check it out then.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a New York thing. It's a New York thing. It's, you know, very much a New York thing. This neighborhood is completely changing, and I think that it's nice that you guys have come out and
Thank you.
and put this together. It's
All right,
it's
thank
really
you.
unbelievable.
Michael, thank you so much.
Thank you for letting us come here and live broadcast from here. Thank you,
It's awesome.
and good luck. This is awesome. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back with a whole lot more for you guys right after this. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Michael Artsis Show on BeTerrific. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Michael Artsis Show. I'm Michael Artsis here at the Brooklyn Bike Park, right underneath the Williamsburg Bridge in Brooklyn, New York, across from the Empire State Building, across the other way from not only the Manhattan and Brooklyn bridges, but also the Statue of Liberty. It's pretty amazing here. Beautiful sunny day in New York. I got Sean here. This is Brooklyn Bike Park. This is the opening. Red Bull is here. We've got HTC here. BeTerrific is here. And you're riding a city bike. That's pretty impressive. Through this.
Yeah. It's got 3 gears. It's got a bell. You know, I think it's built for the track.
Oh yeah, built for the track. It's built for comfort, not for speed, my friend.
I don't know. You can go pretty fast.
It's heavy. This is a
It
fast track,
It's a
though, is
tank.
it not?
It's unbelievably fast. It's asphalt. I've never ridden anything like this. Like as a kid growing up, yeah, there's some concrete and dirt tracks, you know, but this is just built by professionals. You know, VeloSolutions. It's surreal.
Do you have experience riding like this? Because you got out there, I saw you getting air not only on a bike, your bike, and then you went on this city bike and you're getting air.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up in California, deserts of California, so it's just the playground. You know, you just build pump tracks, you build jumps, and
Who were your heroes growing up?
heroes.
I mean, at least in the BMX.
I was going to say Robin Williams. Is that acceptable?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. But I mean, like in BMX, I loved Robin Williams too, by the way.
Good.
You know, I all of a sudden I could go nuts. I could start talking
I'm
to this
sorry, I
bike,
didn't mean to
and
distract
no, it's okay. I could be like, oh, it's got a bell. Let's get into Mars. Hello, bike. Oh, it's tuning in Mars. Hello. This would be my Robin Williams. And oh wow, oh Mars says hello to you and get on the bike because you have to ride, and because if you ride, you'll go places, and life will take you on a journey. Is that Robin Williams? How's that?
No, that was great.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Made me
much.
smile.
Yeah. That's my point. That's the whole point of the Michael Artsis Show, is to make people smile.
Good.
The Terrifics, they're out there.
Doing a
I
good
probably
job.
made them smile too. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank
Yeah,
you for saying that.
Yeah. I'm not lying.
Okay, these guys. Hey, we got
It's New York, man. They're pretending the
these
same.
union guys. They're from New Jersey. I promise you. Hey, we got 2 union guys crashing the party. What union? What are you guys? Local what? Come on, we want to give you a little love here.
Go out.
The bike park
taking it
union,
back.
yeah, he's gonna take the bike park back. All right, okay, so your buddy's taking his bike back, city bike. There we go. So anyway, so who were your heroes?
Time that we get to have those. So.
BMX. Yeah, he's got to get it back to the rental
Then we
place.
get charged 60 instead of whatever.
Just get an annual pass.
No.
All right. So wait, I need to tune in Mars again. Hold on a second. Okay. Who were your heroes growing up? BMX wise, it was Diz Hicks. Diz Hicks, a guy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was more of a skateboarder.
Okay.
But as far as BMX, I mean, the typical dudes, you know, you got McCaskill, Hoffman.
Hoffman was
Yeah,
amazing too.
totally,
Have you
yeah.
seen the 30 for 30 on Hoffman?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
seen
it's I think it's called Big Air.
that. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
check it out.
I interviewed Diz Hicks about 10 years ago. Really nice guy. It was really interesting, his life story and his arc. But he did this in the, he did BMX. They set up an exhibit. It was performance art in the Queens Museum in Flushing.
Okay.
And it was amazing to see him do those tricks that he did back in the day that he hadn't done in years in a setup much closer than this in the middle of a museum. That was insane.
I'll check that out for sure.
Yeah.
30-30?
Well, no, that's the Hoffman
That was
30
in
for
the
30,
Queens
but
Museum?
this was in the Queens Museum.
Nice.
You just
Okay.
look it up online, Diz Hicks, and you'll find it.
Cool.
Diz Hicks comes out of retirement for a night, something like that. But so you know how to ride from being in California, and it's, I guess they say it's like getting on a bike is you just get back on a bike again.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I could go into that for hours about, you know, the capabilities of us, you know, people riding bikes, but yeah, if you've done it growing up, you know, it's easy to just get back into it. And
So you've grown up in California, you live here now, I imagine. Have you ever seen anything like this? I mean, this, honestly.
besides on TV, no. This, like I said, it was surreal walking in here the first couple days doing volunteer work. I mean, like you were saying, the bridges, Statue of Liberty, Empire State Building, I've never seen anything like this.
And in the middle of New York City, you can't find anything like this, period.
Right, right. I mean, there is Cunningham,
Yeah.
some other secret pump tracks,
But it's not like this.
Nope.
Yeah.
No, yeah, this is
How does this differ from dirt? I mean, in dirt, it is okay, but
I mean, there's a lot of effort put into this, but it holds its shape, you know. Obviously, it limits your creativity, so to speak, but the dudes that made it with the intentions of multiple lines, multiple transitions, you know.
you know what's nice about bike guys, BMX guys? You don't seem like skiers who are like, snowboard? No! You're like, yeah, hey, bring a skateboard, bring a scooter.
It's a community thing,
And
you know?
little kids, you have a lot of little kids.
Absolutely, yeah.
I like that.
And you know, a lot of the guys that bring their kids here are part of the community as well. You know, like Jason Gallagher, for instance, owns Affinity. You know, he brought his daughter out here, and she came on the pump track for the first time today.
Wow.
Which is, yeah, I mean, cool. You know, she's fearless, obviously. Just, you know, no brakes.
Yeah, I see these little kids, the little girl over there, the little boy.
Yeah.
Look at this little boy.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, he's been ripping all day.
And this kid's been knocked over. He's been pushed. He's been
He just
bumped.
looks over, he's like, dude, come on.
The
Hurry
little
up, get
kid,
out of the way.
the little kid Nathan I had on before. Look at this guy with a Spider-Man helmet. I mean, he's on a
Star
scooter.
Wars t-shirt.
Star Wars
He's
t-shirt.
the product of this environment. for sure.
And no pads.
Yeah.
Well, just a helmet.
helmet.
Yeah, and those native shoes. My son's got those natives. He's 2, Jack.
Comfy.
Are they? Have you tried them? They're rubber. Well, what happens when you sweat?
Don't sweat.
Why would you want rubber shoes? They're just gonna give you blisters. I don't understand it. But seriously, I don't get those shoes at all. But I mean, that kid, he's out here. I don't think he's got any support on those shoes. They're not even as good as Chuck Taylor's. I don't think.
But when
and
you
he's
were
out
a
there.
kid,
Yeah.
you didn't feel any pain.
No.
Right? You were just
No,
bouncing.
I did exactly like that kid Nathan was gonna say. Is he came up before and he had banged up scrapes and he's like,
Yeah.
now I'm a real rider. I'm real. I'm official.
Marks of honor,
So,
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
for
cool.
sure.
All right, well, have a good rest of your day. Thank you
Dude,
so much.
Michael, yeah, pleasure.
I appreciate your time. This is pretty awesome. And you volunteered to help finish it up, so thanks for doing that
yeah.
and donating this
Thanks
to
for
the
being
community
here, man.
in
This is
Brooklyn.
awesome.
Yeah. This is VeloSolutions Track. We'll be back with a whole lot more on the Michael Artsis Show right after this. Greg's behind the controls, so you won't hear from him today. We'll talk a little bit tomorrow of what he thought, and we'll be looping this on our continuous loop of content that we have 24 hours a day. So just keep watching. We're 24 hours now. BeTerrific.com/live. We'll be back right after this. You're the Terrifics. You make BeTerrific special. Welcome to the Michael Artsis Show. I'm Michael Artsis here in Brooklyn Bike Park that has just opened a few hours ago. You're watching BeTerrific. You're the Terrifics. You make BeTerrific special. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting us. And sorry we were late to get on the air today. We're trying new technology, and it's working amazing. Sometimes you got to fiddle with it a little. You know what I'm saying? So we're using the TerraDeck Live to Air app, which is an iPad app that lets you switch between cameras. Those cameras are Canon XA20s. Then we can add iOS devices as other cameras. We can add graphics in, just like we're in the studio. We can roll clips, commercials, everything. It's pretty amazing. All right, plenty of ways to get in touch with us. BeTerrific.com/Slack. That's our Slack chat. Give us your name, your email address. We keep the chat going 24 hours a day. When we're on air, we'll read your questions, comments, and sneak them on air. You'll also always be able to talk to us and the other Terrifics 24 hours a day. Email, connect@beterrific.com. That is my favorite way because I love your feedback. Keep it coming, and I love your terrific stories, and we can tell them on the air. Together, we're showing the world that people want positive content. Thank you. You guys are amazing. So keep the email coming, 201-735-7711. That's the official office line if you need to reach us for any reason and communicate with us in that regard. And of course on social media, we're at BeTerrific TV. On Twitch, though, we are twitch.tv/BeTerrific. Everywhere else, we're either at BeTerrific TV or /BeTerrific TV. Okay, this is the most amazing park I've ever seen. It's unbelievable. I wish they had this when I was a kid. This young man, Chester, is agreeing with me. They named a school after you in New York City, Chester A. Arthur School. Yeah, Chester A. Arthur was a president. Are you one of the commanders out of Halo?
No.
You look like it. You look like you're right out of Halo. I love that helmet, and I love that you got safety first on your mind. You got the knee pads. You're shredding it out here. You're doing amazing.
Thank you.
What do you think of this track?
I think it's pretty good. I like the old track, which was right across the street, but this one's pretty good.
Yeah, they're probably, I think, going to build a building or a high-rise there, but now they've given you something, and you've got, do you like this surface?
Well, it's a bit smoother than the last track because there were like rocks everywhere because it was dirt and not asphalt like this one was.
So when you fall, you just get a good road rash instead of like bumps and cuts and all that.
Yeah.
This is pretty awesome, I think. And are you having fun here today?
Yeah, a good amount.
A good amount of fun. How long have you been riding?
I'm not 100% sure, but somewhere around 2 years or 1.5.
How did you get into riding?
Me and my dad just were walking by the last park and we checked it out and ended up riding over there.
It's a pretty amazing scene here, and I love that there's not only you riding the big track and the pumper track for people to learn and beginners, but also there's skateboarders. We saw a rollerblader before. It's pretty ridiculous. You got scooters.
Not too many scooters, but I have seen a few riding around the track.
But it's multi-purpose. That's the idea.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. All right. Well, I got to thank you so much. I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick commercial break, Chester, and I'm going to let you get back on the bike, and we're going to have some more fun here, and I want you to go have a lot of fun and be safe, okay?
Okay.
All right. This track was put together, by the way, by VeloSolutions. They're pretty amazing. Elon Cartman's got VeloSolutions USA, and VeloSolutions is a worldwide company. They've been doing tracks like this in Sweden. This thing is really amazing. It's a really great park. And behind here is called The Farm, and that is the farm on Kent, this being Kent Avenue in Manhattan, or in Brooklyn, rather, in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. So we'll be back right after this. Don't go anywhere. I'm Michael Artsis. This is the Michael Artsis Show. You're the Terrifics, and you make BeTerrific special. Welcome back to the Michael Artsis Show. I'm Michael Artsis. Thanks so much for joining us. You're watching BeTerrific, and you're the Terrifics. You make BeTerrific special. It's a little windy. It's a little sunny. It's a little crazy out here. We got music. We got helicopters. We got boats. We got subways. We got everything, because this is Williamsburg, Brooklyn, and this is Brooklyn Bike Park. It is just opened. I've got Edwin here. He owns a bike shop in Queens. You guys used to be here in Brooklyn, but you've relocated.
Yeah, sadly we had to move to Eastwood, to Queens from East Williamsburg. Our new location's a little bigger, so it's not so bad.
But unfortunately, the rents are getting too high here as it continues to be revitalized.
Yes, it definitely does. So we were paying a lot for a smaller location. We have a new location, different clientele, but the scene here is so nice. I love it here.
What do you think of this park?
This park is awesome. I would love to be able to ride it more often, but the way that they set it up now versus the older one, it's really nice.
Do you like this surface?
I do like the surface. I mean, of course, the bad part is if you fall, you're going to get hurt.
Yeah. Well,
But-
I mean, it's going to sting.
Yeah, but it's not bad. I like it. Make it a smooth ride.
And I think it's really interesting that in bad weather and stuff, it'll be fine, and you don't have to worry about rocks.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm a guy, I'll ride no matter what. So if it's raining, I'll be out here riding this.
Wow.
I'm sure a lot of other guys would too. This looks awesome.
It's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. I like this in New York City more than anything.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this is going to become like the new landmark. Like, people are going to want to come here from all over just to come ride this.
And there's a farm right there.
That is a farm. It's really nice that they have a cool organic farm right next to the track.
I'm blown away by that.
Me too. I mean, I'm kind of a big farmer myself. I have a nice yard with a bunch of...
Really?
Yeah.
In Queens? Where are you living?
In Queens, in Woodhaven.
Really? A farm?
Yeah. I mean...
What,
I
a
call it my
rooftop farm?
No, it's in my backyard. I have a big
Just
backyard.
like this?
Just
Smaller?
Like that. Yep.
Wow, I'm impressed. People are getting into that.
Yeah, they are.
Talk about bikes. So, you know, what kind of bikes do you guys sell? I guess the whole range. You have BMX bikes, you have mountain bikes, you have crossover bikes, you got road bikes, everything?
Yes, we do. Well, here we had to kind of just sell mostly BMX and track because that's what's really popular around this area. But in our new location, we sell everything: road bikes, track bikes, hybrids, comfort bikes. So,
is there any? You know, I finally saw somebody who made a bike seat look comfortable. The idea I had for a bike seat that would be comfortable was a tractor seat. And I think Schwinn has something like that. Is that actually comfortable?
So you're talking about like the big couch-looking
Yeah.
seat? Yeah. Those are comfortable.
Yeah.
Just for if you want to be lazy. Just if you want to cruise to the deli.
Right, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
This guy's on rollerblades. I love it. He's on inline skates.
That's an easy way to cruise around as well. It's little effort.
I like that. I'm a skater.
Oh, nice.
I'll skate all day. But yeah, I mean, so you could cruise on that seat.
Yeah, you could.
And
I mean, I wouldn't suggest putting it on your bike and riding in the park, but
why not?
I mean, it's really going to slow you down. It's going to be a big, heavy seat. It's going to be in your way.
Yeah. And this, I think even the heavy bikes get some air. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still trying to get the flow of it, but I'm going to get it. You're going to see me catching big air real soon.
And we got the boats going by and stuff.
Yeah, it feels epic. I love it.
What is the? It does feel epic, does it not? That's a good point. What about the bikes here? Like, could you use any bike here? Really? I mean, we did see some city bikes here, and we saw them getting air.
Yeah, I mean, you could, as long as you know how to ride the bike.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of on the rider.
What's the trick to riding this here?
The trick is really staying really low and pumping. Just pump. Kind of like the same way you were doing a skateboard. You pump with your knees and pump into it. Same way, you just pump really, really hard into these little berms.
Do you like the ProTech helmet? I love the ProTech helmet. Or that's the AAA. This is the same thing, really, right?
Not really. I like the AAA a little better because it doesn't have the foam padding. This has like a softer material, so it's really conforms to your head.
What's the name of your bike shop?
Bike Lane.
Bike Lane in Queens.
Bike Lane in Queens.
I like it. I'm going to come check it out.
Thank you.
I like that a lot. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Thank you so much. We're going to take a quick break. Edwin's awesome. Bike Lane in Queens. He knows what he's doing, right? I mean, this guy, he knows his bikes. He told me that seat's no good for this kind of thing, but fun for riding around town. All right, we'll be back with a whole lot more right after this on the Michael Artsis Show on BeTerrific. You're the Terrifics. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Michael Artsis Show. I'm Michael Artsis. Thanks so much for joining us. We're at Brooklyn Bike Park in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, right across the river from Manhattan, New York City, the Empire State Building. We got the Statue of Liberty like way down there, but you can see it, believe it or not. It is unbelievable here. This is Brooklyn Bike Park's opening. Red Bull is here. Red Bull TV is here. You're shooting for Red Bull TV, and you're a freelancer for them, but I imagine you go on a lot of projects for them.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think of this?
Oh, this is amazing. Normally we follow the Mountain Bike World Cup and we only see forest all around the world, which normally looks just like the same. And here we've got this beautiful pump track, and that's quite something different to film, yeah.
I love the stuff that Red Bull films. You know, I've interviewed Steve Fisher. He has become a friend, and we did a couple of interviews regarding his film, Congo, the Grand Ingo Project.
Yeah.
That was a Red Bull film, and I told his story about how he had to convince them to do it and all this stuff and prove that he was good enough filmmaker to do it because they wanted to hire a crew like you. And he said, there's no way you guys could come. It's got to be done by me because I can't have a film crew in the Congo. It's not allowed. We're going to do this under cover of night, kind of. And it was pretty amazing. It actually runs on BeTerrific. It was on Fast Company as well. We did a part of it for them as well. But you guys do such great work in general, Red Bull Films, Red Bull TV.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's taken quite a long time as well. Like Red Bull has been doing media for quite a few years now, and it's a lot of people working for it, and I think finally it's paying off, and there are quite a few good films out there now.
What about the different gear you use? I see you've got an FS700 here, and you can load that up all the way with an Odyssey, a Q7,
Exactly, yeah.
and go 4K, or the Q7 Plus and go 4K. You can do all sorts of other stuff with that. Then I see you've got an A7S floating around, and you've got a Nikon as well. What about the gear you guys use?
Yeah, well, it changes a lot, obviously. Like for the Mountain Bike World Cup, I prefer to shoot with the FS700, mainly because it's really small, and if I put it onto Odyssey QC or Atomos Shogun, I can record straight to ProRes, which is awesome because we have to edit clips like within 2 hours after they've been filmed. They have to be edited already.
Sure, we've got an Atomos Ninja right there,
Nice
recording
one, yeah.
out of the iPad.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, I love the Shogun as well.
Yeah.
And of course, Odyssey makes a good product. That's an excellent point. How come you haven't switched over to the FS7? Because this still
Why
works.
didn't I switch over? Yeah, it still works basically, and I wait for it to be completely destroyed by the end of the season and then buy the FS7.
What lenses do you use for this?
A lot of different ones. Like I normally travel around with my Nikon lenses, and I've got I think at the moment I've got like 8 different lenses that I normally have with me. All of everything you can get, really.
You shoot a lot of low f-stop stuff with it?
Yeah, mainly, yeah.
And it's got a little bit smaller sensor. It's not a complete full frame, which I think they changed in the FS7. It's a bigger sensor. I noticed you've got the Shape rig on here. Charles is a great guy. I've interviewed him many times.
Yeah,
they make great stuff, do they not?
Yeah, it is great. I've had it for, I think, 4 years now, and it's been in pretty much every continent of this world. And it's still holding up, which is quite something, because most of those parts I had to replace in the last 3 years.
And it folds up light. I like that. Nico's a good guy over there as well. And you know, I think you guys have some fun with this stuff, but then you have, it looks like you've got the Kessler slider out there as well, the pocket jib, or the pocket slider, and and a Ronin, the stabilizer.
Yeah, we've got that as well. Someone else is filming with the Ronin today, which is a very nice thing. I normally have the Steadicam with me, not on the US stops though, because that's a bit too much to carry around by plane, but normally on the Europe stops we've got more stuff as well. But yeah, Steadicam or Ronin is always very nice for mountain biking to get some movement into the shots.
I love what you guys are doing. Thanks for taking some time to share your setup with us. I know, and I love that you loved our setup. You're like, wait, you're doing a live broadcast off of this? It's
Hello,
pretty
everyone.
cool, right? And you know the TerraDeck stuff.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
Do you use the TerraDeck stuff?
Well, we don't. If we do live streaming, it's on a bigger level, obviously, and then they don't have TerraDeck. But I've seen the products and they look amazing.
You don't use it for on-camera monitoring, like the Bolt or anything like that?
No, we don't have them. No.
Wow.
Because we don't need it mainly.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. And what, I mean, microphones, do you have a guy with a boom, or you just loud people up? What do you do for audio?
It depends. Yeah, normally we have a guy with the boom around, and like this for like smaller shoots, we've obviously got a gun mic, and we've got
a lot.
What are they called? Yeah, love. Yeah.
and what do you think of this track? This track's pretty crazy, right?
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, I've known Claudio for quite some time now, and I know the project he does besides the mountain biking and crashed ice. And it's amazing to see that he still has time to build pump tracks like these, and they look like a lot of fun. And I think it's amazing to have it in with that backdrop here in New York City. That's really special.
Helicopters going over, drones flying, subways going by, boats coming by. It's pretty amazing.
There's a lot going on.
You see the statue on one side, you see the Empire State Building on the other. I think you got young and old, which is nice. I mean, there are some old guys out here doing this like nobody's business. And you got some really young kids, right?
Shredding it,
And then you got rollerbladers and scooters and everything.
And cool. Some guys from the World Cup that just came here for a day.
I know.
And they have to compete on the weekend, so that's nice that they took a day off.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We're going to try and get some of them on, and we're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Of course, we're using the Live to Air app to do all this, and we're using, check this out, you'd probably like this, the Aspect solar panel that's feeding the Energy Bar 250 from them, the SunSocket Energy Bar 250, 250 watts of power. It'll store it from the sun. You plug your stuff into there, and it slows the drain with this, or charges it from the solar panel. You can also plug it into electric power to charge. It's pretty cool.
And then we've got the stop standing in front of the sun then.
Yeah, we should, right? And then the TerraDeck Live to Air app, wirelessly connecting our cameras and switching them to Canon XA20s and one iOS device, iPhone.
That's perfect. Really nice setup. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Perfect.
Well, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. It was fun talking to you.
Thank you.
And we'll be back right after this. Don't go anywhere. I'm Michael Artsis. You're the Terrifics. This is BeTerrific. You make BeTerrific special. We'll be back right after this from Brooklyn Bike Park in New York City. Welcome back to the Michael Artsis Show on BeTerrific. Thanks so much for joining us. You're the Terrifics. You make BeTerrific special. We're in Brooklyn Bike Park that has just opened a few hours ago in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, just under the Williamsburg Bridge, across the river from New York City, Manhattan. This is actually technically New York City as well, and not too far from the Statue of Liberty. You can see it. I've got Brendan with me. Brendan's a pro BMXer. You're ranked, what, 6th in the world? Is that true?
I'm actually 10th.
10th in the world.
We'll say 6th.
6th. There you go. I'm power of positive thinking. You'll be 6th soon.
Yeah, thank you. We have a World Cup in Wyndham, New York, so hopefully after that one, it'll bump me up to 6th.
There you go.
There we go.
Are you guys are going right from here to there, I imagine?
Yeah. We've come from Quebec in Canada. We've come down here for our 6th round of our World Cup in Wyndham.
That must be amazing. We should come cover that, actually.
Yeah, you should. You for sure should. It's about 2.5 hours drive from here. Well, you know where it is.
Yeah, it's not that far. I've skied there. What do you think of this? In the middle of New York City, you got all this industrial stuff. This is where the Industrial Revolution happened. You've got the bridge. This is Williamsburg, Manhattan, and then this beautiful park and a farm.
Pretty spectacular, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, VeloSolutions, Claudio has come in and built what an amazing place for kids and people to come and enjoy bikes. So, and hopefully learn more about bikes. And yeah, it's pretty amazing.
How did you get into biking?
I had a lot of older friends, and they were always riding bikes and always way better than me at riding bikes. So that pushed me to try to be better, you know. So that's how I just had friends that ride, and I enjoyed it. And thankfully, I make a good living out of it now and travel the world, so it's working out pretty well.
How did you go pro? I mean, how did you make the decision? You start out just having fun doing it, and then it's like,
yeah,
all right, I think I could do this professionally.
Yeah, and then you just start racing, getting your name out there gradually, and then I got approached a couple of years ago, and they wanted me to ride professionally, so I had to make the decision: stay at school or college, or go ride my bike. So I chose the latter, and it's worked out right.
That's pretty cool. What do you think of the fact that there are all sorts of men, kids, girls, women here? Then you've got kids on inline, or people on inline skates. You've got scooters. You've got skateboards. The whole thing here.
I think that's the beauty of having it asphalt. You know, that you can have skateboarders on there and rollerbladers and everything. But yeah, it's pretty amazing, pretty diverse, huh?
It is. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty diverse. When you see some of these young kids going around, whether it be on a scooter or a bike like those kids, do you think back to when you were young and getting into it?
Just get jealous, because I wish I'd had that opportunity when I was a kid.
Do you ever, I mean, when
I was scrambling around in the dirt eating worms.
Were you?
Probably, yeah.
You were probably doing this.
No, not on anything as good as this, I wasn't.
That's true.
Yeah.
You were probably on a dirt track and then looking for worms afterwards.
Yeah. That'll be what it is.
With the kids, they have no fear. Do you have no fear out there?
No, I don't have any fear.
You don't?
No. Well, it's kind of my job to not have any fear. If I did have fear here, I'd probably get sacked. So.
But you never have a trepidation at all when you're doing a big maneuver or a big jump?
No, but not here, no, because this is kind of like easy stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, our whole life is fairly calculated. It's not utterly calculated. So obviously there's danger every race you do, and if you're going as fast as you can, like we do, like we actually do downhill mountain bikes, like downhill skiing.
Sure.
As fast as you can possibly go, you've got to risk everything, and everyone that you compete against is risking everything, so you have to put everything on the line, and obviously mistakes happen. So.
But it pays off in the end.
Most of the time.
I once talked to Travis Pastrana about that. I was like, you have to outdo yourself every time, you realize that.
Yeah,
and he was like, yeah. And you guys kind of have to do the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely, but we're against the clock, you know, and you head down the hill one at a time. It's exactly the same as downhill skiing, what we do. You head down one at a time, you're just against yourself, you have no one else around you telling you, so you don't know how fast to go, you just have to go as fast as you possibly can and risk everything that's worth risking, and hopefully when you get to the bottom, you're the victor.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you get some downtime before you get to Wyndham. Any downtime?
Day. We have one day, yeah.
What do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun? I go out with friends.
Nice.
Drink some beers, coffees, ride
motorbikes.
Yeah.
Maybe listen to some music.
Yeah, can do, yeah.
Who's on your iPod?
Hey, I've got SoundCloud. I've got all sorts of house music. So
nice.
Yeah.
Brendan, thank you so much for joining us on BeTerrific.
Thank you.
Good luck at the World Cup.
Yep. Thank you very much.
This is the Michael Artsis Show. We'll be back with a whole lot more. Needles is coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. You're the Terrifics. You make BeTerrific special. I'm Michael Artsis.
Cheers.
Welcome back to the Michael Artsis Show. You're the Terrifics. I'm Michael Artsis. Thanks so much for watching. We're here at Brooklyn Bike Park. It is just open. It's amazing here underneath the Williamsburg Bridge. You then have the Manhattan Bridge, the Brooklyn Bridge, and then the Statue of Liberty. In between that's Brooklyn Bridge Park and stuff. And there's Ellis Island out there. On this side, you've got the Empire State Building. It's truly amazing here. VeloSolutions has done this whole track. It's unbelievable. I've got the man you know as Needles here. Pro bike rider, you're pretty amazing, and thank you for joining us.
No problem. It's honestly an honor to be here to see this sort of setup. I can't believe it, man.
I can't believe it either. I think it's beautiful. What would you have done if you had this as a kid?
Oh, I wouldn't even know what to do with myself. My mom would never find me. I'd just be here the whole time. Got amazing views. You know me, I'm from South Africa, so the chance to come to New York City, to Brooklyn, you see all these places on TV, and then look where our bikes bring us, man.
It's pretty amazing. And the track, I think, being asphalt and this special asphalt, the way that they support it and they lay it and the kind of asphalt it is, it's smooth. It's not dirt. Do you like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously less maintenance. So for the community here, it's so good. You know, they don't really have to maintain it and they can just have as many kids as they want on it. It's great, man. To me, you don't want to come off. It's going to hurt when you crash. But you know what? For learning, it's good. You can carry your speed. And man, no one has to fix it. There are going to be no holes, so the kids can just go wild.
You definitely get road rash, but you don't have to worry about rocks. You certainly don't have to worry about avoiding rocks. Yeah. And the kids say, a couple of the kids came up scraped up, and they said, "Hey, I'm official now."
Yeah. You know. The Brooklyn Tet.
There you go. It. Well, hey, before both of us, they played stickball on the streets here. And I remember growing up, and I knew a kid who grew up in this kind of area of Brooklyn, actually maybe a little rougher, Bed-Stuy.
Yeah.
And he played baseball in the streets, and he came up with stitches from sliding into a sewer.
Yeah.
That's hardcore.
But I mean, that's cool. So hopefully the kids are going to get into biking. Their friends are going to tell them they came and rode. Maybe this is going to hopefully grow the cycling community in Brooklyn, and I think that's kind of the whole reason for this, you know?
I think so. I hope so. And I love that there's also scooters here, inline skates. Do you like that? I mean, you guys kind of share the whole place.
I hate to admit, but yeah, I had rollerblades when I was a kid, and then luckily I found bikes. So obviously I like bikes more, but that's the thing. With it being asphalt, every guy that, you know, either skateboarder, rollerblader, scooters, everyone can come out and have fun. Kind of like skate parks, but it's for the beginner to the professional can ride this.
And we really saw a lot of kids and then adults and then older men here too, which was impressive to me.
Yeah, definitely.
What about for the pro? Is this too easy for you, or is it just it's fun and it's good?
No, the thing is, like in the beginning, it's easy for us to ride around, but once you get up to speed, there's certain jumps you can have. There's all like new challenges if your buddy does a double, and you know you have to do it as well. So there's new ways to challenge yourself on this track for years to come, you know?
That's pretty awesome. How did you get started? How did you get started riding, and how did you get so into it?
Yeah, I mean, lucky my father used to ride bikes, road ride and mountain bikes, and used to take us to the local forest, and we started like that. But a lot of kids start at BMX tracks. So this is kind of the new BMX track because it's easier to fit it into a smaller space, and kind of you need almost less skill, and like anyone can ride it. So this will probably be a start of many young men's career.
I agree, because especially in an urban environment, this is safe. You don't have to worry about cars in the street and all that. There aren't that many parks in New York you can do this in, or can ride in. So the fact that you have this park for yourself is really awesome.